Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here tonight. And my name is Ann Morgan, and I'll be hosting tonight with the rest of the board sitting up here. And somebody's missing. Somebody's walking around. But anyway, we want to welcome all of you. We want to welcome our new members and all the visitors that are here tonight, and also the people that are here to present and answer Q&A. Thank you for your time in doing that. And thank you to our virtual audience. Your presence is very important. We're so glad you are joining us tonight. And you can use the Q&A or the chat feature to ask questions for Q&A if you're watching virtually. And this would not happen without our leadership team. We have so many wonderful people helping us that make this possible. If you're interested in joining, give a shout out. We have our Giving Circle team, nonprofit, marketing, social, our membership team. Everybody really has done a wonderful job. So thank you to all of those. And a shout out to Wesley Morgan back there behind the camera from Spoken Frame Media. And I don't know if Yenny's here. You might get more of a show than I want to give. Anyway, Yenny from Spot has supported us from the very beginning, so we're very thankful to her. And if you haven't checked it out, SIP she just opened a new business north of Ephraim, and it's a cafe and a little store, and it's really good food. So check it out. We'd like to thank the Community Foundation for facilitating our payment processing. It's really a big deal for us, and we're very thankful. And it's good for the nonprofits as well, because they get 1 or 2 checks as opposed to 100 or 300 checks to process and send tax acknowledgement letters. So it's just wanted to thank them. So tonight we're going to learn about 3 nonprofits: Open Door Pride, the Dora County Partnership for Children and Families, and the Sister Bay Historical Society. Then we'll do our vote and our business update, and during that time, they'll be counting the votes, and after the business update, we'll hear from Karen Peterson about the Women's Fund IDA program. They received an award in April of 2021, and she's going to give us an update tonight. Then we'll announce our awards and have our drawing for next quarter. So our mission is to connect like-minded women to make a meaningful contribution to our local community. And that is supported by our core values that can be remembered by community first, flexible, impactful, responsible, simple, transparent. And there's more depth to these on our website, so check it out. So tonight we are here to listen to speakers who are being brave to come before you and share something, a nonprofit they're passionate about. So let's lift them up and listen attentively and give them big rounds of applause. With that, I'd like to introduce Beth Healy, presenting Open Door Pride. Welcome, Beth.
Hello, my name is Beth Healy, and I'm here to talk to you about Open Door Pride. This grant that they will receive will directly benefit the LGBTQIA+ community, a community that has historically been marginalized, underfunded, underrepresented, and consequently underserved. Open Door Pride is a small, all-volunteer organization. There are no paid employees. But despite this past Pride Month was the biggest yet. Hundreds of people joined in at Martin Park in Sturgeon Bay for Pride Fest 2022. My spouse and I were there from setup till tear down. It was one of the most peaceful, joyous days we've had all summer. Open Door Pride collaborated with dozens of businesses and to offer any and all of them a pride flag. That pride flag that you see flying is a welcome sign that all are welcome at that business. Unfortunately, some of them were stolen just before the festival, but my friend Kathy Greer, who you'll hear from, claims she's faster than Prime. She had those flags back up very quickly with a lot of help and support from the Sturgeon Bay Police Department. So when you're an all-volunteer organization, you really need to purchase and outsource services like marketing and social media. So one of the things that Open Door Pride did was get a discount from Marketing Media And they were able to analyze kind of website traffic and get some data on who they're serving. So here's some numbers. In June, Open Door Pride's marketing efforts resulted in reaching more than 10,000 people. It's more than 500% more than the previous months. What does this mean? This means that people throughout Door County need an organization like Open Door Pride. They're waiting, and Open Door Pride is here to serve them. 40% of the people are under the age of 34. So we're talking about young people whose lives can be impacted by an accepting and supportive community like ours. On several occasions, hundreds of people visited their website after seeing social media posts related to events, initiatives, and the organization's mission. So with thousands of people visiting a very bad website that is in dire need of help, they're still interested. So that's one of the main things. Infrastructure is one of the things that is important to Open Door Pride. They need to redo their webpage. People come and they want to contribute or they want to communicate, and it's just an old hand-built. I think you built it. Did you build it? Okay, so anyway, it's handmade, homemade, and needs to be made better. So I think the three things they're looking to do is more advocacy. Advocacy for all of these groups are important. Everyone in Door County should feel safe, and everyone in Door County should feel welcome. And lots of this has to do with educating people and the public and becoming that welcoming community. Education also means that this is the first year that Open Door Pride gave a scholarship to a Sebastopol graduating senior. They want to continue to give out scholarships each year. They give out the Sandy Brown Award, which is to a person or an entity that has impacted their population. And this year, the city of Sturgeon Bay received that award. They have every year made a proclamation for Pride Month. I think it started out as Pride Day, Pride Week, Pride Month. And so that has been very supportive. This is personal to me. And I would guess that in today's world, most people who are sitting out here know and hopefully love someone who identifies with one of these communities. I am the mother of 3 sons. I never dreamed that I would have a son-in-law, but I do. And our whole family is better because of that. In fact, he's the person who let me borrow his cape. But the Pride pants are mine. So in short, to me, this is personal, but it should be personal to all of us. And I think we in Door County want to be known as a place that's good for all people. Inclusion shouldn't just be something we talk about. It should be something that we embrace and that we show people that they're all welcome and they're all safe. I've never had to worry about my safety. I have worried about the safety of my son, and I hope that I don't have to do that for the rest of my life.
Thank you, Beth. And next up, we have Kathy Greer, who is not only the current chair of Open Door Pride, but she is the founder. Welcome, Kathy.
Thank you so much, and that means the world to me, to be able to hear you speak your personal story, but also share the work that this very young organization has done in 6 years. Thank you for that beautiful question. I also want to say I'm very honored that 100 women who care enough to have an organization like us to be represented. That, I think, the most important thing in our Pride Festival was to look out and see a healthy and safe community celebrating of people of all walks of life, especially the young people, being able to express themselves in a way that I never had when I was their age. It was very empowering, and it felt, it was something that made me feel a purpose. Thank you.
Next question for Kathy.
Well, I think that Beth laid it out pretty clearly. What we would immediately do is follow up on the amazing work that Marketing did, 75% discount of the work that they did. If we can't follow up of that work done in June with a really robust website, what I fear is the people that are seeking our help won't be able to experience the 100% of what we can give them. I don't want somebody to feel that they reached out to us and we didn't know they were needing our help. So that would be it, mostly. Well, we do celebrate as a lesbian. I celebrate Pride, 365 days out of the year. Our community is there. The problem is, as a 100% volunteer organization, we need more people to show up. And what happens is we do get people to show up to meetings. We do have Zoom meetings through COVID. It was very difficult for 2 years, but we do have meetings. We want to have fun nights. We want to partner with other organizations. We would love to do more. It's just we need the actual bodies to do it. You know, as an organization, and a good idea is only as good as getting it through to beginning, middle, and end. And so right now we have a presence in the market in Sturgeon Bay. Unfortunately, not this Saturday because we don't have the volunteers to do it, but the following Saturdays throughout to the end of the year of the season, of the market season, we'll have a Pride tent, and there we hope to present a volunteer forum, talk to people, and the more that we have people that engage in our organization, we want to have events throughout the year. It would be lovely, just little by little. It's a very young organization. All of our funding comes through our event, like the Pride Festival, and through reaching out through our board members that reach out to businesses that donate. I mean, it literally is just that ask to be able to say, we're doing this, can you provide us with that? And it's still very grassroots.
We have time for one more question.
Well, I'm a professional musician, so I guess the difference between Open Door Pride and other organizations is that this is really saving lives. I mean, I like to think that when I sing a song and perform it on stage that I'm somehow making somebody think and feel good and feel happy. But when I'm standing here talking about Open Door Pride, I'm making somebody feel like they are seen and that they are not being discriminated against and that they're non-human. I don't like saying LGBTQIA+. It's very difficult to say, but until we are part of the HUMAN world, I'm a human, and that's all I want us to be. So thank you for that.
Great. Time's up, so thank you, Kathy. We appreciate it. Okay, so next is Grace Rossman. Oh, you can see my timer's real. It's not fake. So Grace Rossman is up next. She is going to speak on behalf of the Door County Children and Families Partnership, which is a program of the United Way. So please welcome Grace.
Thank you. Thank you for considering United Way's Partnership for Children and Families. I am passionate about making Door County a wonderful place to call home, and that can only happen when our young families feel cared about and supported, very much like what these two ladies were just telling you. Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a tiny village on the side of a river, and one day a villager saw a struggling baby in the water. He dove in and he saved it. But the next day, the villagers saw more babies, and they tried to save each one as best they could. Finally, one of the villagers said, "We have to go upriver and see what's going on up there. Why are all these babies in the river every day?" And so they went up the river, and what they found was a troll on a bridge. And he was pitching in babies as fast as he could scoop them up. He was big, and he was nasty. But those villagers scared him off and secured the bridge. And the babies and their village lived happily ever after. Ladies, we are those villagers. And the babies in the river are all the children in Door County. And the troll on the bridge, he is an empty fridge. He has money problems. He is losing your job because your car broke down. He has mental illness and anxiety. He is a broken relationship. He is a single parent. He has no education. He is violence. He is desperation. He has no opportunity for change. He is hopelessness. The waitress who served you lunch, the mechanic who changed your oil, the landscaper who trims your trees, even the bank teller with a smile. All of these people may have a troll in their life. In fact, we know that 1/3 of Door County lives with daily money struggles every day. It hurts them, and it hurts us. Studies show us that for every dollar we spend to help kids and their families has the same impact as $16 if we wait until those kids grow up. That means that your $10,000 investment today could have an impact of $160,000 in about 15 years. The United Way's Partnership for Children and Families is embracing Door County families in multiple ways, and here are just a few. Certified partnership staff lead training courses for parents. Imagine learning how to succeed at the most important, impactful job you'll ever hold in your life. Plus, there's parent cafes when parents can talk to each other about their challenges, finding out that you're not alone, that your kid isn't the only one who cries all night and sleeps all day. Yeah, we've been there. Sometimes just knowing that makes all the difference. A partnership personal navigator will not only encourage, listen, and support, but help families access other help that they may need. And right now, with families spending so much on just the basics, one of the things we're helping with is diapers. You might think that somehow this duplicates a government program. Incredibly enough, it does not. The partnership provides a free age-appropriate book for kids every month in the mail until they're 5 years old through the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. Imagine how a little kid can feel when his free book arrives in the mail, especially for him. And all of this happens because of our staff, and that is where your gift will be used. When a Door County family becomes a part of the partnership family, they know they're cared about, and they know that they matter. And there's help when they need it. There's a path to stability. Hopelessness becomes hope. And this is what makes Door County a wonderful place to call home. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace, and perfectly on time. Love that. So next up is Chad Welch. I'd like to welcome him. He is the Community Impact Coordinator for Education for the United Way. So welcome to Chad. So who has the first question for Chad? Don't all start at once. And online, don't forget, we have questions for you too, or you can have questions.
We currently have 714 children that receive a book every month. So that it varies a little bit, but we're right around 700 books every month.
Questions so that the video audience can hear them. every child in Door County receive a book, or what is the criteria for the children to receive the book?
The only criteria is that they live in Door County, but they have to register. So they can do that via mail, they can register online. We don't have a means of finding them, but we try to make it really easy to find us. Yeah.
And does the hospital have your information to give to new parents?
Yes, the hospitals have it included in the new parent packets, the libraries have it, the banks have it. It's all over, yeah.
So Brenda wants to know, what are you going to use this money for specifically?
This money would specifically go to staffing costs. A lot of how we're funded is through grant dollars that are toward specific programming, which doesn't cover the time for us to actually teach the programs. So a lot of the things that we do, like Raising a Thinking Child, Triple P, which is a positive parenting program, the Community Connector, Welcome Baby, Diapers Formula, the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, all of that requires my colleague Rebecca and I to do it. And so this would help cover those costs for us to keep offering these programs.
We have an online question. How are people referred, and what are the requirements for signing up?
For Dolly Parton?
No,
or
for your program.
There are no requirements other than just reaching out and getting a hold of either Rebecca, the United Way office in general, they'll get them to us, or myself. We don't have income limitations or anything like that, so it's just a matter of reaching out and connecting.
Okay, Cynthia wants to know, is there a way that an individual or a family could connect with someone in your program and give more individual support?
There is. We try to do that through parent cafes, was one of the things Grace mentioned, where families can come together. And one of my goals when I do a parent cafe, when I offer one, is to have that opportunity for parents to realize that they're not out there alone and experiencing this stuff. And parents are allowed to connect that way. Rebecca, through Community Connections, can always ask folks for their help. We can't just give names and addresses, but we found that people are more than willing to share their wisdom and their knowledge and their lived experiences. So there are definitely connections is always one of our main goals, to give people that support network throughout the county. Absolutely.
My question is, how many people are you servicing right now?
How many people are you servicing right now, roughly?
2022, we have serviced. We're looking at, what did Rebecca tell me? We're at about 400 people so far this year. Last year, we helped about a little over 1,400 folks over 2021.
You can have one super quick question and answer. Anything else for Chad?
Super quick answer, you said? Okay.
How many staff are you talking about?
There are two of us, myself and Rebecca. Mm-hmm. Rebecca is the community connector.
Okay. Well,
United Way, you're United Way employees?
Yes, we're employees of the United Way. We're a program of the United Way, yes.
okay, please give a big round of applause for Chad.
Thank you.
Okay, so last up on the agenda, please welcome 100 Women Who Care member, Lisa O'Hearn, and she's here to speak on behalf of the Sister Bay Historical Society. Please welcome Lisa.
Thank you. As Ann said, my name is Lisa O'Hearn, and I'm here and excited to give you a little bit of information about the Sister Bay Historical Society. To be perfectly honest, I had never really heard of the Sister Bay Historical Society until about 16 months ago. March 2021 article in the Peninsula Pulse talked about the first ever European-style Christkindl mark coming to Door County, and it really sparked my interest. I had just returned from 8 years living in Europe, and I knew I had to get involved. So the rest, as they say, is history, no pun intended. I Googled the Historical Society's website, sent a few emails, and got myself onto the organizing committee for the event. But while working on the event, I've also grown to appreciate all that the organization and the Corner of the Past Museum has to offer to the community. These days, many people feel as though development in Door County is running rampant, changing the culture and uniqueness of this truly special place. But even if we can't always stop progress, organizations such as ours aim to preserve important pieces of history for future generations. The Society began 27 years ago with the mission to encourage, foster, and participate in the documentation, preservation, and renovation of historical sites, artifacts, and information in the Sister Bay area. We believe that understanding the past is an important key to a community's successful future. So the primary focus of the organization has been moving and restoration of local buildings with historical significance. Currently, these 17 buildings, together with a myriad of other donated artifacts, have become the Corner of the Past Museum. You're likely aware of one of our most recent acquisitions, the Little Sister Barn. But while our organization is located entirely in Sister Bay, the nature of the services we provide, like museum tours, educational events, and this museum, make it a destination for all Door County visitors and residents, helping us all to better appreciate the roots of our local culture. This organization is almost completely volunteer run. Right now, there is one part-time staff person who works part of 2 days a week. Everything that the organization does is thanks to the commitment of a very hands-on board of directors, combined with many other extremely dedicated volunteers. Volunteers serve as docents, conducting tours of the property. Volunteers maintain the buildings and grounds. Volunteers plan and run special events, such as the annual garden walk, the annual quilt event, and the annual ice cream social, which is coming up this Thursday evening. Volunteers organize the Sister Bay Stories events throughout the summer that feature history talks by local families and businesses like On Deck and Al Johnson's. Volunteers organize the weekly farmers market, and volunteers provide the overwhelming majority of the manpower required in the planning and execution of our annual Christkindlmarkt. And we can always use more. So please let me know if you're interested in volunteering at this year's event. So as you can see, we are truly a volunteer organization. And as such, similarly, our main source of funding over the years has been donations and income from fundraisers. While the Christkindlmarkt has provided a new source of income, the costs of putting on such an event are also really significant. So the 2022 budgeted income is only scheduled to be about a quarter of the entire organization's budget coming from the Christkindlmarkt. So without the continued community support of other various fundraisers and donations from community members, our organization would really struggle to exist. A gift from the 100+ women who care would be a tremendous addition to our budget. What your donation would do is it would be added to a fund that we've been growing over the last 2 years for our first ever full-time professional employee. We hope to hire a graduate of a U.S. Museum Studies program who could help guide our organization into its next stage of development, adapting modern curating, archiving, fundraising, and communications practices. Other historical foundations in the area, like the Ephraim Foundation, are able to support such a position, and we hope to emulate them. Many of you likely attended last year's Christkindlmarkt. This off-season event brought thousands of visitors to Door County, filling hotel rooms, restaurants, and other shops with customers who maybe wouldn't have been there otherwise. These visitors enjoyed the Hallmark Christmas setting while getting some holiday shopping done. We hope many will come back during the summer months to learn more about the historic buildings that provided this magical atmosphere. We are so fortunate to have many pieces of Door County history, and a gift from you would help make sure that they're properly cared for and shared with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. All right, so last up is John Nelson. He's here representing the Sister Bay Historical Society. He's a board member and owner of the Door Guide Publishing. Oh, he's right there. So we need our mics on the other side. So who's got the first question for John?
Something about Christmas market?
Come on, ladies, we have to have a question.
So what are the costs of moving some of the buildings that you have done?
So they're extremely high. The Little Sister Resort building, all the bills are not still in, but it's clear it's going to be, I would say, a minimum of $150,000 for that one building alone. And that's part of that is taking down utility lines, the actual moving, a new foundation, electric. I mean, it's just yada yada. It's a huge commitment whenever we move a building, even a small one. So that's part of what, I mean, that's a separate fundraising effort that we're working with the Community Foundation on. But and just to go in a place where you didn't ask, but I'll tell you, the reason behind Little Sister Barn being moved was to turn it into a history center. So ultimately, that's the goal. And yeah.
How do you obtain most of your money? Is it through grants or just fundraising?
How do you obtain most of your money? Is it through grants or just fundraising?
So it's a mix. I mean, donors are super important, and fundraising is important. The Christmas market, just for an example of what it takes, a nonprofit to make money. I think everybody knows events seldom make money in their first year. So we just had our first Christmas market, hugely successful. 10,000 people came. We had cash flow of $161,000. But at the end of the day, after paying all the bills to establish a first-time event, and that's even with a GEM grant from the state of Wisconsin, we kept maybe $15,000, which is actually a real win because normally you don't make any money. So what Lisa referred to, did you want to repeat that? I'm sorry.
How do you plan to continue paying this employee once the grant is over with?
So the plan, and one we've been working on, like Lisa said, for a couple of years, is to build up a fund that's approximately $100,000. That would be, and the money's being garnered through the Christmas market, through donations, through fundraising, other events, and probably an endowed chair type situation from one large donor. So the idea is they have $100,000, which would be approximately 2 years' salary for this new professional, recent graduate of a museum studies program, and give us the space to raise more funds and continue it. So that's our measured way of getting a professional leading the organization.
Okay, Paula has a question.
What will this next level of development look like with the full-time?
What will this next level of development look like with the new full-time person?
I don't want to diminish the efforts of our all-volunteer board, but we've never had a professional curator. We've never had a professional museum studies director, for shows and for showing artifacts. So throughout our organization, 27 years now, it's been well-intentioned people who were not trained in what it means to run a historical society. And I think the reason Lisa mentioned the Ephraim Foundation, there's an example of one that does, and that's what we're emulating, is the idea of having, according to modern museum studies, have a professional director who knows how to properly protect all of the items that we take in. I mean, it's photography, it's 150-year-old items, it's everything you can imagine. And so that's a big part of where we want the organization to grow.
Okay, time for one quick question and one quick answer.
We're looking at next year. Yeah, we're looking at After this current Christmas market, which we expect to be much more profitable than year one, and some other fundraising, and hopefully the money from today to hire somebody early next year. And we're working with a couple of other local historical nonprofits to identify people actually right now, so.
Okay, so big thank you to Chad.
Thank you.
All right, so now the time has come. Everybody get out your ballots and vote. Just a reminder, of course, 1 vote per team. And online, don't forget to place your online votes. So give us just a minute to regroup and let us vote up here as well. And we'll come back with the business meeting.
This has nothing to do with Open Door Pride, but for those of you looking for something great to do Wednesday night in Martin Park, Kathy Greer and the Troublemakers take the stage at 7.
Okay, we're gonna give the Girl Scouts a chance to vote because they, with their selling cookies, and also they contributed money, so they are participating tonight. And then they are gonna join us up front and start off our business update. So it'll just be a couple minutes, or a minute, and we'll get going again with the business update. Well, meanwhile, actually, I can tell you a little bit about what the Girl Scouts have done over the last, since they've been together. The girls, they do a lot of volunteer projects, like they adopt a family through the Northern Door Children's Center at Christmas, and then they shop for the kids, and typically it's a single mom with children, and they're buying clothes, toys, grocery, gas, gift cards. And they also do caroling, holiday caroling, and lift people's spirits at the Scandia Village. And I love this too, they made pet beds for the Humane Society. How fun is that? And they also do a lot of garden projects. And currently they're doing a big project out at their Girl Scout camp, and they're painting the camp. It's out at Kangaroo Lake. It's Camp Suesta. So they'll be up here shortly, so just hang on 1 second as they get their ballots in. Okay, Girl Scouts, can we have you come up front for a minute? Thank you. They were busy collecting the ballots, so that was awesome. Thank you for your help. Come on up, come on up. So this is another giving circle, right? They're doing lots of projects, getting hands-on. So we're inviting them to start us off with the Girl Scout pledge. You can use this.
Okay, thank you. You can get close, Ready?
Get real close. Get close.
On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law.
Thank you. That was awesome. You know, as we are here, like, we're so excited that they were coming, because we're thinking we're going to inspire these young women to be philanthropists. And the more I thought about it, I was looking at all the work they've done, all the volunteer projects. It really inspired me. It inspires us to get hands-on with the nonprofits. You know, they need the money for sure, but they also need volunteers and getting hands-on. So thank you for inspiring us. All right, you can get comfortable. There's a quote by Mackenzie Scott. How much or how little money changes hands doesn't make it philanthropy. Intention and effort make it philanthropy. So philanthropy can come in lots of ways. And one of the themes for the 100 Who Care Alliance this year is to develop and engage the next generation of philanthropists, which fits right in with the Girl Scouts here, right? It was so much fun to have them. And what can we do? You know, what can 100+ women, what can our members do to support this and develop the next generation of philanthropists? One thing would be to be a mentor in philanthropy. Invite a young woman to come to the meeting and check it out, and so that they see how we're coming together to give to our local community. And if you have even if you're on a team, I was going to say if you have an individual membership, or even if you're on a team and you want to help somebody come on as a member, you can be both. We have members that have individual memberships and are also on a team. And so you could help sponsor them and help them join as a team, and just plant that seed of philanthropy and help them to create a habit with philanthropy. It's not a huge time commitment. They'll see the local impact and learn about Door County nonprofits, and that might inspire them to get involved. And so be a mentor in philanthropy. So carrying on. So we have awarded over $328,000 to 41 Door County nonprofits since inception. So well done, everyone. And that includes the Richard M. Schultz Family Foundation matching grant that was just recently approved for Unity Hospice. Shout out to Joan Cram for their nomination. And we have 364 members. You know, that's amazing. That's amazing. Your referrals are working. Keep it up. You're doing a great job. And remember, when you're out there trying to encourage somebody to join, the elevator pitch. Ann and Paula came up with this when they were at the conference this year. I love it. It's do good, feel good, gather, have fun with 100+ WWC, right? We can all say that. So thank you. Okay, the website, there's lots of great information there. Continue to try to do a shout out to go check out what's there. And thanks to the web team for keeping it current. We do try to keep it current. Remember the buttons page? Join us, nominate, and donate right on the main page. So if you're referring somebody, refer them to that. They can get what they need right by clicking on Join Us. And the member information page is a relatively new page. So we have a page that shows community service opportunities for any of the nonprofits that have been submitted to us. So any of our nominated nonprofits, if you've nominated a nonprofit, they're on our list, and you want to get the word out to people that their volunteers are needed, this would be a way that you can do that. And once a month, we're sending an email out with those listed, and we'll add them to our webpage as well. And there's also social events as well that will come out in that email and be posted to our website. And the other thing that is under member info that is new, that we're really excited about, and this is a shout out to Bonnie Spielman at Hat Head. She helped create a website so you can order swag, 100+ women swag. So there's t-shirts and long sleeve shirts, fleeces, and she's being very generous. So the way the process works, you go on to this link, you order it, and she places the order for the apparel, and it's shipped to her at Hat Head, and then she's doing the embroidery free, and then will let you know when it's done, and then you go into Hat Head to pick it up. So she's really kind of worked with us to make this happen. And also on our website, we've added under the nonprofit section the In the Hat analysis that you might find interesting. It's will be updated shortly after this meeting, but it's the last one is up there right now. So look for that as well. All right, I would like to invite Susie and Faye up here to give us a social update.
Who's in the back having a drink? We are your social committee.
Hello out there.
Hello out there.
I'm Faye Germain.
And I'm Susie Cotter. And
Together
together
we
we co-chair our social leadership team.
We're here to let you know about a few of our upcoming events. First, I want to say that I'm sure almost most of us in this area have read Where the Crawdads Sing, and that movie is out right this minute. I would love for us to try to get a time where a bunch of us could go together. I know this is like crazy time with visitors and House and Garden Walk and Penn Air, but we're looking at the calendar. We're going to try to send something out. So watch your website and emails, and we hope to go see the movie as a group. Also, the Anchored Roots Winery is about to open, and Joan Cram, who is one of our social chair people who are persons who couldn't be here today, has arranged the date of Tuesday, August 23rd at 4 p.m. This will be a private gathering for just our members. There will be a $25 cost per person, but it's going to include our tour, our wine tasting, and a souvenir glass. And we think that'll be really fun and casual, and we'll be some of the first people to experience the new winery that's located just south of Egg Harbor.
And so a couple other things we're working on that we think are going to be fun. One is another girls' night out. We are looking at Tuesday, September 6th for an LBD event, a little black dress, or a little black shirt, or a little black pants. Last year we celebrated the end of a busy summer with a boat ride, and everybody had a lot of fun. This year we're planning on gathering at SIP, which would be Yenny's newest adventure. And we'll let you know there'll be food and refreshment, and she's got outdoor games, and just converse and enjoy after a busy summer. So look again to your webpage and to the Facebook page. Thank you. And then again, back by popular demand, we've actually had inquiries about our Warm Hands, Warm Hearts event that we did last year, where we gathered donations from many of you, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hats and mittens for the Door County Boys and Girls Club and the YMCA. It was lovely. So we are working on another fun event that we're super excited about, but we don't have all those details. We'll have more information at our October meeting, but that will be a December event. So look for that to happen. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Where were you sitting? You know what, this must be occupied. I couldn't see. I'm going to go down this.
So next up on our agenda, I'm pleased to introduce Karen Peterson, who is on the Women's Fund of Door County Board and former co-chair of the board. And she's here to report back on the money that the Women's Fund program Invest, Dream, Achieve was awarded by 100 Women at last year in the April meeting. So with that, please give a big round of applause to Karen Peterson.
Hey! I'm regretting not wearing a ponytail, but I'm glad I didn't wear a dress. So here we go. So on behalf of the Women's Fund, thank you so much for the award. I want to tell you a little bit about what we did with the money and also what the Women's Fund has been up to. So as Ann said, the award was for our IDA program, and IDA stands for Invest, Dream, Achieve. It is a community collaborative grant that we have partnering with NWTC. Basically, the program is open to women who live in Door County who want to achieve a higher education degree, become financially secure, and obtain a career they love. Some of the program features include financial support, a savings match program. Each of the students establishes a savings account. There's an NWTC support specialist. Her name is Jamie Jorns, and she offers one-on-one support, life skills counseling, financial skills coaching, and also offers referrals to other resources within the community for these women. And one of the most popular things with the program is the monthly networking that the women all do together, and they focus on programs that have an emphasis on employability. We're currently in the 5th year of this program, and we have to date had 22 graduates. Yeah, that's awesome. So in the spring term, there were 3 graduates, and I just want to share a little bit about them. So one graduated with both a small business entrepreneurship degree and an accounting degree. The second graduated in nursing, and the third graduated with a graphic design degree, but she's staying on to finish her marketing degree. And all 3 of these women graduated with honors. So how about that? And while we're tooting about grades, our students are all trending with a 3.0 or higher GPA. They have an average case credit load per semester of 8.61 credits. And just so you know, NWTC caps a semester credit at 11. And these women, just to kind of put this into perspective, almost all of them are mothers, and almost all of them work full or part-time. So these women are really putting in a lot of effort to better themselves and their future. So, in a nutshell, the award that you gave us has gone toward expanding the enrollment of this program to spread out to help more women. So thank you. The next thing I want to talk about a little bit is an invitation. Coming up is our annual Celebrate Women Luncheon. It'll be August 3rd, that's Wednesday. It's held at Stone Harbor Resort. Tickets are going fast, but they are still available, and it's a great opportunity to see friends. It's social, it's fun, but they always have a wonderful speaker. This year it is retired Wisconsin Supreme Court Justice Janine Geske, and she is going to be speaking on restorative justice, so it should be a really interesting topic. So we hope you can make it. That's our largest fundraiser also. I want to kind of point that out to you. And thirdly, which is really exciting stuff, we, as IDA has been our first community grant, or community collaborative grant, we are very excited to be partnering with the United Way of Door County, as I see Amy right over there, on childcare initiatives. We feel that it is such an important issue. And this year, the Women's Fund is committed to granting $100,000 to improving Door County's childhood situation. Childcare situation. So, as part of that partnership, we are funding 50% of the 2022 salary for a new position at the United Way, and that is the Child Care Community Coordinator position. I have to read that because that's a lot. And Jess Holland is that wonderful person. Jess, along with Amy and Christina Studebaker, are already making wonderful strides in this very important area. So in addition to funding the new child care coordinator position, we have also funded home child care providers with workshops and grants. We are funding the new 4K space at the Northern Door Children's Center. We are offering multiple babysitter courses to expand options for families on nights and weekends. And along with the United Way, we are launching a pilot program to partner with Door County employers who would like to offer a child care benefit to their employees. And this unique program will match employers' contributions towards child care to make it more affordable for families and to help stabilize the workforce. So lots of good and important work, and we thank you for your contributions in helping on that. So thank you.
Okay, so now it's the especially exciting part. Tonight, the nonprofit with the most votes will receive approximately $13,000, and the runner-up nonprofits will each receive approximately $6,500. So I have the little slip with the winner or the main award, which is Congratulations to the Door County Partnership for Children and Families. Yay. Okay, so just a couple housekeeping items here, payment options. So please remember that the nonprofits have to wait to get their funds until we've received our funds in 100 Women Who Care. So if you're not submitting a check tonight or have not already paid, please submit your payment tonight or as soon as you can to not hold up the money being distributed. As a reminder, you can pay by check or go to the website to pay online, and you can set up a recurring quarterly payment online so that you don't even have to think about it, which is what I do, so I don't have to think about it. So just a super quick update from the nonprofit perspective. So Ann Morgan mentioned that we've got some new slides out on the website that give some more statistics about the nonprofits in the hat and some analysis that I do. So this time we have 19 nonprofits in the hat, and that's the same as last quarter because we had 3 chosen and we had 3 nominated. So the numbers stayed the same. And the approximate average age of the nonprofit in the hat in terms of waiting is just over a year. So those are kind of our 2 key stats. So with that, if I could have the Girl Scouts quickly come up, we need three representatives. Thank you in that we, Beth Bauer, as well as Lily and Josie, validated the nonprofits in the hat, the slips. Because of the wind, it's been in my purse with my glasses sitting on top of it. But here they are. And as soon as they come up, we'll have them pull out the nonprofits for next quarter. I can hold it. Yeah. Okay. So Lily, do you want to go first? So dig deep, squish them around, and pull one out. And go ahead and read it out loud.
Bailey's Harbor Communication Association.
Community Association. Yeah, very good. Okay, thank you. Sure, sorry. The Bailey's Harbor Community Association. Into the mic.
Door County Secret Santa.
Okay.
Neighbor to Neighbor.
Neighbor to Neighbor. Yay! Very good. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, sorry, that got a special yay because Neighbor to Neighbor has been in the hat longer than anyone else. So we always love to see them when they're selected, or when one like that is selected. Okay, so with that, I'll turn it over to Ann Morgan and see if I don't have anything else blow away.
Thank you. Thank you, Ann. Okay, the next meeting is October 24th at Crest. Remember, do good, feel good, gather, have fun with 100+WWC. And thank you all for coming tonight. And we'd like to invite you up front so we can get a picture, a group picture. We did that last year and it was a lot of fun. So make sure you turn in your name tags and checks if you haven't already, and grab some business cards. Okay, with that, we're done. Thank you so much.